Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to review Eternal Defenders by Thomas K. Grizzly. For generations, the Eternal Defenders have sought to defend the land against the endless hordes of invading demons. Crasian Blackwood, a legendary warrior, has lost friends and families to the endless war. But when his 20-year-old son, Tyr Eshal, is offered an almost forgotten power, Crasian believes that the war may be over. But as his son is targeted by an underestimated enemy, the cost to ending this war may be higher than anyone could imagine. I read this as part of my 30 books for this year's self-published fantasy blog-off. While we do mainly follow Tyr Eshal, we do follow a few other characters, but not in as much detail. Tyr Eshal is an interesting character. He's all set for his initiation into the Eternal Defenders to follow his parents' footsteps, when he is offered this huge potential power that has almost been forgotten. He has so much that he has to learn, and he actually does. He's not arrogant, and he listens to advice, and he seeks out other people who know more than he does when he doesn't have the answers. He's actually pretty level-headed, and he doesn't rush off just because he's got all this power. He does tend to overthink things at times though. I really enjoyed the relationships he had with other characters, and they all serve to enrich different parts of his life. Crasian Darkwood has spent many years fighting these demons, and he knows how useful Tyr Eshal is going to be. But as much as he doesn't want his son in danger, he knows the war needs to be ended. I absolutely loved the magic in this. Homes seem to be powered by magic. Heating, lighting, even plumbing can all be used by non-magic users. There's useful tools and communication devices all based around magic. Tyr Eshal has a lot to learn about magic, and we watch him learn what he needs to and progress in what really feels like quite an organic way. One of the things I did like was that while magic seems to have its guidelines and its rules, what it is actually capable of is only limited by how much power you can put forth and your own imagination. There are magic schools and magic libraries, but the schools only teach the basics, as the spells can be modified and changed in thousands of potential different ways. There are books and libraries, and there's a spell that copies onto a scroll what you are reading. I love that. There does seem to be a few different types of magic available in this world, all complex, and different characters have different affinities. This world is just full of life. Our characters are all physically imposing elves with a rainbow of hair colours and eye colours. Humans do feature, but not prominently. They're kind of doing their own thing. We also meet trolls, which is an interesting side plot for Tyr Eshal. The demons, while sort of thrown into the story straight away, do take some more setting up. I'm not quite sure of the actual physical setup of this world. There seems to be this huge amount of livable space, but around it are demons trying to get in through gates. I'm not entirely sure of the setup. There is a lot going on with them, and the Eternal Defenders get to experience some new things that we learn about with them, and I really did enjoy seeing how all the new tactics were fitting together. It does build quite substantially later on in the book, and there are some very tense scenes where we're just waiting for things to happen. There are a lot of action scenes throughout this book, a lot of fighting, but they're all really well put together, and the action is explosive, and you feel as though the characters do get tired through these huge battles. I found the writing style overall fairly straightforward. It was detailed yet matter of fact. It was easy to get into and picture what you were reading, but I did notice that the passive voice was used quite frequently. I did find the dialogue was more informative than emotional, and this was more noticeable, where you would expect some highly emotional scenes and it just felt that little bit detached. Overall, I really enjoyed exploring this world and its magic and the fight with the demons. This ended on one hell of a cliffhanger, and I really do want to know what happens next. So if you have read this, I would love to know your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you all soon.